So I heard you wanted to make money in Starsector. Have you heard about drugs? Drugs are a fantastic way of making stacks of cash very quickly. Hence why today we plan on creating a massive drug empire, while also throwing some knowledge your way since people keep asking me how to play this game. And on a slight disclaimer, this is a modded version of the game, which the mods are in the description, so you can please stop asking me for the mod list. It's also conveniently right next to the like button. For this playthrough, a champion of the people was required. Meet Jim, a humble trader with a small trading fleet, which I sold a third of it at the start. Now down to just a mule and a starfarer, it was time to adjust these ships for our smuggling operation. There is one very simple rule I follow when smuggling. Don't get caught. Therefore, when it comes to designing our fleet, I kit it out for speed, stealth, and efficiency. It basically means I'll be using a combination of 2 of these mod specs per ship. Now with our fleet sorted, we needed a base of operations. And I personally recommend the mythical Irish system of High Brazil, which fortunately doesn't disappear for 7 years at a time. This is because of the 2 Tritech planets, which both produce a large amount of drugs, which is also legal in Tritech because they don't give a fuck. They just want to make money. So that's our supplier sorted. Now let Rarr in the past show you how it's done. As you can see on this planet, you can they sell a lot of drugs, 848, and they sell them at 155 each, which is a pretty good price. If you press F1, you'll bring up the trading screen here, and you can see which places are selling it for not only the cheapest, but which places have a decifit as well, which that means they're going to be paying a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some drugs here. You can see the planet Don here is in the same star system as me, and it's paying 289 for the drugs. That means I'm not going to burn any fuel because I don't have to travel in hyperspace, and it's going to be an easy trade. So we'll head right over there immediately. We're not getting the highest price possible for it, but we're still getting a pretty good return on capital. Now, there are only really 2 methods when it comes to making it to your planet you wish to offload your contraband to. Flick your transponder off and yeet in as fast as possible, or a more sensible way of pressing 2 and going dark in a nearby asteroid field or nebula, then slowly creep towards the planet, doing your best to avoid patrols until you arrive, and then, yeah, make a ton of cash. Bada boom, bada bing. 300 apiece, 37,000 credits returned. It's as easy as that. We head to Tritech, pick up some drugs, buy them on the open market, and then we'll just head straight back to that planet. Same again, hit 2, go dark. Not that there's anything really to worry about here. Straight to the black market, sell more drugs, 62k. We've already tripled our money. Oh yeah, we're also going to maximize our profits as well. So we're going to get rid of as much crew as possible. As you can see, our fleet down here can run on 60 crew. So we're just going to get rid of the 13 crew members so we don't have to pay them. You want to think of this whole game like a business. For example, when buying a ship, only buy it if you're going to be able to maximize its potential. There's no point buying a huge super freighter if you're not going to be able to fill it with 100% capacity. I also go with the mindset of not buying any military ships for escorts because you don't need them if you don't break the golden rule of smuggling. A couple of other pro tips would be to pick your trades properly. There's no point hauling yourself halfway across the galaxy just for another smuggler to get there before you. Ah, son of a bitch, someone beat us here. And then all you've done is just achieved wasting your time, which is wasting money. Also, weigh up every trade's risk and return. There's no point trying to sneak into the Hegemony's capital to grab 50 credits per drug when you can find a small pirate outpost which will pay 400 credits per unit. And yeah, I guess the only other thing I can say is buy all the mod specs you find. You'll thank yourself for that one later. I basically repeated this process for about an hour, maybe 2, and we made around 3 million with just 3 ships, which means we were ready for the next stage of the game. All right, now I've made about 3 million, which is always my goal. It's always around this amount. I'd like to start buying some ships now, because now you go into the next stage, which is building a fleet to go and do some exploration. Ah, that's something that we need. Salvage rig. Drone tender, a Shepard class. That's also what we like. We like one of these. How I like to kit these out is by whacking on expanded cargo holds and then converted fighter base since they have an integrated bay for the mining drones. That will give these little things 270 cargo capacity, which is great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our exploration fleet. We have a beautiful 14th Battle Group Eradicator. Now, this thing is just like my dreams come true. It has a missile microforge on it, which basically means it makes missiles. So I gave him an expanded missile rack. So basically, we're going to be launching unlimited torpedoes. And then we have a normal Pirate Eradicator, a Mora, some Wolves, some of our classic kite design. You know, the ones with the militarized subsystems and expanded missile racks, a real classic. And some classic brawlers. Except for this one has mortars because I can't be asked to find any more chain guns. So there are only really 2 rules I follow when designing ships, and it's worked out quite well for me so far. Rule number 1, make sure your flux dissipation is higher than your weapon flux. Otherwise, you're going to be generating flux while shooting, which basically means unless you're going for some sort of specialized ship design, you're going to lose every single firefight. Now, this rule pretty much applies all the way up to capital ships, where then it just kind of becomes a game of whack on as much Daka as possible so you can kill the other ship before you flux out. Rule number 2, alternate your damage types. If you take a look at this Eradicator, you'll see it has 3 heavy maulers, which deal 200% damage to armor, but only 50% damage to shields. This means I need some weapons that can balance the fact that my shield damage is very low. That's why my smaller weapon slots are filled with dual autocannons that deal 200% damage to shields. It's very simple. When designing the ship, keep in mind who you're going to be fighting. For example, this ship was designed in the mindset that I'll be fighting low-tier ships with lots of armor. However, I'd flip this design to have hyper-velocity drivers to deal bonus damage to shields, and light assault guns for its smaller slots if I was going to be fighting against Tritech, and its high-tech armada that uses lots of shielding. Just keep those 2 things in mind and you'll be alright. Now, with our brand new fleet, it was time to head out into the big open galaxy to find our riches. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little dirty showing you this because of how fucking good it was. Ooh, a beta core. Hey, that's what we're looking for, baby. All right, warning beacons usually mean there's something in here, which is good. Ooh, Star Federation modern blueprint. Oh my god. What is some of this stuff? A Remnant Paladin point defense system? I'm having such good runs at the moment. I'm finding so much stuff and more extensive ruins. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just like surprised. Oh my god, a corrupted nanoforge. Ooh, ballistics rangefinder, adaptive phase coils, 36,000 ore. Holy shit me. Ooh, Star Federation weapon blueprint package. Oh yeah. Oh my fucking god, a prestige. Oh. No, it's not a pristine nanoforge. The game lied to me. No, I thought it was. What was this? After our very successful salvage runs, it was time to find ourselves a home for Rarr & Co. Now, there was 2 things I was looking for. Farmland and organics. Farmland so I didn't have to spend a ton of money buying food, and organics because that's what our light industry will require to make us drugs. I found this system, which had a medium warning beacon, and after clearing out the natives, I found our home. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it would do. However, little did I know, this probably wasn't the best place to settle. Oh, there's a Remnant's Nexus here. I didn't realize that was there. Let's just hide here and wait for us to be able to build a star base, I think. That's the game plan. Right, I'm going to risk going and have a piss and leaving this on pause and see what happens. No! They've already found me! Come on, man! Leave me alone. Why do they want me so bad? Please, come on, man. Ah, God, they found me again, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought, you suckers. Get out of here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming to attack our starbase. All right, that's them defeated. Get out of here. All right, well, that's one Revenant fleet destroyed. How many more want to die? Uh-oh. Okay, looks like there's another one coming. Oh, my God, there's 2 coming. Oh my god, that one's got a massive battleship on it. All right, let's kill this one first. All right, easy clap. Yeah, I'm not really sure quite how we're going to beat this, but we'll give it a good old try, shall we? Everyone just pile in on it. Hit without a savant missile I've got. Overloaded shields. Oh, they're doing nothing to it. Oh my god. We're doing absolutely nothing with all our chain guns and rail guns. Oh, actually, we're behind it. Haha! Come on, we're behind it! Hit it with everything we've got! Let's try to outmaneuver! Stay behind! Give me some more missiles! Please! Oh, what the fuck? What was that? No! I wasn't allowed to do that! Come on, man! That was cheating! That was outrageous. Outrageous. I think we've lost it, boys. I think we've lost... That's the station. All right, let's Let's disengage during a series of special maneuvers, I think. Thankfully, Siren had started making me a little bit of money at this point, which I put towards building a battle station right away. And with some colony growth, it was time to build some light industry as well. I then also found this little cheeky minx floating around. Look what I just found! My precious! Look at it! It's mine. We're grabbing it, we're recovering it, let's get out of here. Alright, leave my poor station alone. You know, I might be actually able to defend this one. Get out of here, you nerds. This is my star base now. I have a battle station here. You can't take it from me. Well, that's a load of remnants dead. That's quite a lot of them. All right, well, it's time to get out of here before we get killed by another fleet or something like that. Oh, well, speak of the devil, I'll speak of the devils and they will rise. So after slugging it out with the remnants for a while, it crossed my mind that I could, you know, just ally with them. So that's what I did. I spent the next couple of hours whoring myself out to them until they finally became neutral. And to truly embrace the way of our new AI brethren, I bought one of those drone battleships from them for 700,000 credits. And oh boy, it was 100% worth it. I could make my own drone battle. You're doing it. Doing it. I don't care if that bankrupts me. I'm doing it. I don't even know what to put on this thing. How do you build one of these? Oh, there we go. Whack 2 of those on the front. This thing already slaps. All right, there we go. I finally got this thing, so it's actually set on a 70% combat readiness. I have no idea how it works. Something to do with automated ships and combat ships, and I ain't got a fucking clue. I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of did things until it stopped moving. We also settled this dust world called Rarr, and we're gonna be throwing some light industry on it straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, with the additional light industry built on Rarr, we now have 5% of the drug market share, which is great. I have settled another planet called Killen, and we are planning on building some heavy industry on this bad boy so we can finally build some of our own ships. All right, well, we're off to go colonize some more planets. They're a little bit far away, but they do produce organics, which is what we need for our light industry to make drugs. Because if I can control the organic market, I can then control the drug market. Here we are. This is where we want to be. Establish a colony. Hell yeah. Yeah, they are a little bit far away, but don't worry about it. After spending the last few hours colonizing and beating up pirates with our new drone daddy, I kind of maxed out our drug production via colonization. At this point, I had control of around 12% of the organic market and 8% of the drug market, and, you know, it was making us quite a bit of cash. But we wanted more. So I turned my eyes south to a small faction called the Sindrian Dictat. Now, they own 9% of the organic market and 7% of the drug market, and I planned on taking that out for myself. You know, they're a small faction, they own 3 planets. How hard could this be? So after spamming as many patrol HQs as possible to raise my fleet cap to a tiny 400 points, it was time for war. Our first objective was to secure a foothold in the system. Once that was achieved, we would have a base of operations which we could spam out a constant flow of reinforcements. So, we set up a ground invasion fleet to target Cruor. However, it was ambushed as soon as it arrived in the system. I actually snuck off to steal their comms relay thinking the fleet could defend itself, but unfortunately it died. So, we went home and gave up on the war. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. We raised another ground invasion fleet, but this time, we had the support of our remnant brethren who decided to send a raiding party of their own to the system. I then went back to destroying all their bloody fleets. Just don't get caught by any more Oh, Jesus Christ. That's gotta be all of their fleets dead now. I have been fighting for so long. Oh my god, there's more of them! Holy crap, there's so many more of them! With the Sindrian Armada destroyed, and the arrival of not only my new Grand Invasion fleet, but our AI brethren, we headed towards Cruor and conquered it with very little resistance. This gave us the power to call in invasion fleets in this system, which we used to conquer another planet. Now, this was the planet I actually wanted from this war, because it both produced drugs and organics already. This left the capital Sindria to take, which surprisingly was really easy. We just headed over, clapped the Star Fortress, called in a massive invasion fleet, and took it for ourselves. With the war over, it just left the fun game of dealing with non-stop rebellions. I probably spent more time sat waiting for the rebellions to fuck off, kicking the shit out of the pirates and the Hegemony, who decided to declare war on me and try and steal my new system. Fuck you, buddy. I have the better ship, and we all know it's true. I will beam you until you die, loser. But it was all worth it in the end, because after we stomped the crap out of the rebellions and spammed the light industry all over the planet, we ended up with control of 25% of the drug market, and it was making us bank. We were making around 90k a month from the sale of drugs alone. On top of that, we had control of around 30% of the domestic and luxury good markets. And to top it all off, because we stole Syndria, we now had 30% of the fuel market, which means we were making around 600k a month. And that, my friends, is where we'll call it for today. Big thanks to all my Patreons that support me with their hard-earned cash, and thank you to viewers like you who have made it this far. Check out some of my other Starsector content if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again in the future.